Good morning. Today we present the third episode of our journey through the 160-year history of Shiloh Baptist Church. When we concluded our last episode, we discussed our move from the shanty at Langford's Crossing to a new parcel of land. For several years, that land served as a place of worship and a school, before ultimately becoming Shiloh Baptist Church's cemetery. As the years passed, driven by an active spirit of progress, the congregation sought a more central location. Naturally, this sparked intense debate. Ultimately, the church voted to seek a new home within the fast-growing township of Ashland. Because some members could not foresee the vision of this advancement, clouds began to hover over the congregation. Clouds that unfortunately resulted in a division. Following this split, Reverend Toller departed. The very site on which we worship today was purchased from Mr. and Mrs. M.E. Cox on April 11, 1877, and deeded to Shiloh Baptist Church, serving as trustees and deacons at the time were brothers Henry Key, Frank Qualls, Robert Qualls, William Dandridge, and Robert Burris. $100 in cash was paid for the land, and Reverend John F. Clark of Upper Hanover County became our new pastor. A building committee was quickly appointed to house this new asset to the town. On July 10, 1877, a contract was signed between the church, with Spencer Key serving as committee chair, and builder Charles Winston to construct a 25 by 35-foot church for $75. In 1878, the building was dedicated, and our forefathers had every reason to be justly proud of the immense progress they had made. After a number of years of dedicated service, Reverend Clark departed, and Reverend James Anderson Taylor assumed leadership. This marked the dawn of another major step forward. Reverend Taylor was not content to leave the building as it was. He led a movement to remodel the church. A major milestone of the era was the laying of the cornerstone and the dedication of the updated church. Just think of it, a black church with its own baptismal pool. The largest class of candidates up to that time lined up through the vestibule, and on one sunny Sabbath, Reverend Taylor baptized 100 or more souls in that very pool. It was also during that time that the iron girders were removed, and the columns you see today in the center of the sanctuary were added to support the weight of the roof. Following Reverend Taylor's tenure, pastors came and went in quick succession. Throughout the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, the church not only was busy with physical remodeling, but it also welcomed many new souls into our Christian journey. Sunday school became an essential pillar of the church, destined to fill this sacred space with the boys and girls of that generation. Over the years, Shiloh became a vital anchor of the Ashland and Hanover community, frequently hosting conventions and special events. Organizations like the Negro Organization Society, the Imperial Order of King David, and the Hampton University Choir, which rendered several concerts, all gathered here. Shiloh also played a definitive role in the education of African American children. The church hosted numerous fundraisers to keep local schools open, and our sanctuary was proudly used for the baccalaureate services and graduation of the Hanover County Training School. Furthermore, Shiloh championed community health and wellness. We served as a site for tuberculosis and chest clinics, and proudly celebrated National Negro Health Week. In March 1943, Shiloh worked diligently on the home front during World War II. A talent program was held, and all Red Cross workers were called upon to present their reports. During these decades, a church bus was secured to provide transportation for our members, and remodeling efforts never ceased. We added Sunday school rooms, a parish house, a new choir arrangement, and a basement to house our kitchen facilities. During the pastorate of Reverend Thomas J. King, a truly historic event occurred. In 1964, Reverend King painted a magnificent mural and presented it to Our Lady's Auxiliary. the friendly circle. That very painting still graces the pulpit wall behind the choir. Just think, our pastor was an artist. Well, this concludes our third episode. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you for the next chapter on the first Sunday of November 1, 2026.